What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Jay. Um, I didn't want to come on until that person knew they got the strike. I struck QB. I didn't have a problem striking QB. I did it honestly. You can sit here and try to um, appeal the strike. It's not going to work. First of all, you invaded my privacy. Second of all, you took it, and I know where you took it from. And it doesn't have to be from YouTube. Let me give you all a word of warning. Don't take people's stuff from Facebook. Don't take people's stuff from Instagram. If it's not yours, and if you don't have permission to use it, you're going to get struck. Not only did you invade my privacy, but there were people who had nothing to do with how you felt about me on YouTube. I don't know why you're crying. I don't know why you're upset. No one did anything to you. You felt that that was your big one to come on and invade a sacred space. You allowed those people to sit there and egg you on. You knew you were wrong. As much as you may not like me, you can hate my guts. Do you understand me? But you have no right to invade my privacy and then invade other people's privacy. Those people had nothing to do with you or YouTube. And I really thought about it, but I'm going to let y'all know. I'm putting people on warning now. If you use anything that I did not give you permission to use, whether it's my voice or my image or what have you, I'm striking because you have no right. You have no right. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I didn't do, no, I did it. I did it because you were wrong. You know you were wrong. And at the end of the day, I didn't do this. You did it. I was looking for other people who might have used my church stuff and thought they were going to do a big one because I'm going to strike those channels as well. Now, I struck this channel around maybe 5:30 p.m. Yeah, around that time. About 5 or 6, around that time. Now, keep it on YouTube. You can talk about me like a dog. You can say whatever you want to. Keep it on YouTube. Soon as it come off of YouTube, a police report will be filed. As soon as you take it off of some place where you shouldn't have taken it, if I ever see my image, and I'm talking about my image now, image and voice or image, yeah, because we're not playing this foolishness. Not playing this foolishness at all. Kishana, it's not paying $255. Kishana, the strike will stand. That was my image. That is me. That is my church. I'm not worried about paying $250 for nobody. You broke community guidelines, and that's what happens when you break community guidelines. And trust me, I got $255. And I'm not going to argue about it. Don't use people's stuff. Even if people give you permission to use their stuff, I don't even trust it. Now, I don't get to the point where I do that because if I see it, you can use it, you can use it. But when you think you're going to sit up there and I saw it and I was like, well, you can talk about me, but you're sitting there talking about other people. You're talking about the service. This is not your service. And for you to do that, it's just like blatantly disrespectful. So my thing is, I did what I did. I don't apologize for it. Stop doing stuff. Stop doing hateful things, and that's it. Now, let's move on. And I want to be very transparent and honest about it because I said I was going to do it. I was thinking about it. I prayed about it, and I got a release, and I did it. So that's what happened. Don't take stuff from any place. It doesn't have to be YouTube. Doesn't have to be YouTube. Don't invade anybody's privacy. Don't harass and bully people. Think about the sanctuary you harassing before you harass it. Think about the people who worship there and how it could be threatened. And you need to step back. All right. Anyway, y'all, anything else before I move on? Because, like I said, people can sit up there, holler, cry, everything. You know, you don't think about your long term implications. You only think about the short term. You think about, oh, I got a good laugh right there. I got $1,000, 1,000 people off of Jay Wilson. And let me say this, if you were just talking about me and talking about my church service without bringing it up with the video and audio and all of that stuff, you would have been all right. But no, 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 no. You're going to go a step farther and you're going to do some things that you ain't have no business doing. And you went a step too far. And let me say this. I didn't even get to listen to Spill It Boy because I had to leave. Now, he was talking about the family and friends and all of that stuff, but I had to leave. So I didn't get to hear what he had to say. And so I was out. But, you know, you're not going to make money off of insult. First of all, you can insult me, but I'm not going to allow you to make money off of people who don't have nothing to do with you. And again, you don't invade people's privacy. You don't understand that those songs that we play, yeah. So I just think that people need to step on back. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So if we have any questions, I did it. I didn't have an issue doing it. I will do it again. I'm telling you, I've been really nice. I've let people do a lot of stuff. I've let people put images up on me and da 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 da. And let me say this. This is fair warning because I'm going to start now going back to pages. And if you didn't get permission to use my stuff, I'm going to strike it. And I'm not doing what Shakim does. I'm telling you, and I'm telling you for a reason. I'm not using somebody else's name and all of that stuff. Yeah, stop doing that kind of stuff. Okay. Um, and you know, look, it ain't even the big payback. You know, th- yeah, I don't know what possessed him to do that. What possessed you to do that, QB? That's just like me going to one of your old shows and uploading that old show and sitting there talking about you like a dog. You don't get that. And I would never do that because number one, I'm not trying to minimalize your talents because I think that you're talented. Now you don't have to think I'm talented, but you can't use other people's stuff. And those people had nothing to do with you again. Yeah, baby. Look, I'm not trying to be vindictive. I'm just tired. Enough is enough. I'm tired of the doxing. I'm tired of all of this stuff. People like, well, you drove by Teresa's house. Uh, you know what? Like I said, you either accept the apology, you don't. I really didn't have to apologize for it because at the end of the day, it was on a public street. We didn't go on her property. But I'm dealing with the now. I'm dealing with the now. I'm dealing with you don't do that. I'm dealing with you ain't pulling up because if you pull up with the wrong intentions, you're going to get pulled out. Ain't nobody scared of nobody. Ain't nobody but the laws for the lawless. And people need to learn. You keep this stuff on YouTube. Now, unfortunately, you're going to be the content now because you made a major mistake by doing what you did. And if you didn't think I wasn't going to do nothing and I was just going to sit there and let you do that, you're wrong. So, anyway, you all just don't do that kind of stuff. I didn't even see it, right? I didn't even see it. So, when I went to see it, I'm like, this is bad. I mean, you're talking about people, these people had nothing to do with you. I mean, and I don't like this song. I'm like, well, it's not for you in the first place. Because the last time I checked, you weren't God. Last time I checked. And so I'm like, well, you don't have to like it. But my thing is, you don't take people's stuff, you don't take people's property, and then you don't sit there and that you invaded privacy of people and you took something that was not yours with the intended use. And you don't understand it's the use it was the intended use of it was not used in the manner it was supposed to be used in. All right. What's up, H-Town, sweetie? How you doing? So, people over there crying and somebody told me, QB is upset because you struck his page. Well, think about other people. Do unto others as they would do unto you. So my thing is, you know, um, I would never go to your performances and sit there and take your performances off your page and then bring them on YouTube and talk about you and say, "Oh, look at this," and no, 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 no. We would never do that. So anyway, y'all, what else is going on? Yeah, and I came on today and I waited. I said, I'm gonna wait. I'm not going to say because I knew it was gonna happen because I got the email to say it was done. And yeah, hmm yeah. And it wasn't nasty retaliation. After I looked at it, I'm like, this is bad. I said, who does this kind of stuff? I'm like, who raised you? I'm like, who does this? So yeah, if you care about your page, then don't do this stuff. Hey, hypnotic touch, and H-Town, sweetie. So yeah. What else is going on, you all? I wasn't even planning to come back on. I didn't even know they were going to, look at it. But yeah, yeah. Now, if you care about your page, then don't do silly stuff like that. And for the people who are mad, you can be mad, be angry, but sin not. That's the Bible. I kept it real cool. And this is the thing. If y'all cared for QB so much, you all would have told him that, hey, it may be a possibility that Jay Wilson is going to strike your page or get you a strike or two. If y'all really like, you should have told him. Now, whether he listened or not, that's not my problem. But I did say, hey, I'm gonna pray about this. And yeah. Hypnotic touch, they don't have to, because I'm gonna tell you what, I'm tell you what I'm gonna do. I am going to go in, I am going to start looking, and if I see some things, I'm striking it. Point blank. Been too nice to people. Let people get away with stuff. And people think because you are not so stressed about stuff, because I'm not. But I'm like, no, it's absolutely wrong. Well, he can take it to wherever he wants to, baby. I got the email back. I got both emails back. So top notch, I'm not arguing with anyone. I'm telling you what YouTube told me. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So I'm not arguing with who, what. Well, I got what YouTube sent me, and I have it, and that's all I need. So I'm not here to argue with anyone. I'm not here to be proving stuff. I ain't dealing with conspiracy theories and opinions and who said this and who said that. All I know is I got emails to tell me what happened, and that's all. And I wasn't giving it no 7 days either. So now, I heard what Sir King said to Kimmy. No, I didn't. But somebody told me. I didn't hear it. Let me go back. I did not hear it, but I was told what was said to Kimmy, and I don't have nothing to say. I don't have nothing to say. I'm gonna stay right on out of it. Sir King said what Sir King said. I don't deal with folk, and their fertility issues and all of that stuff. I don't deal with it. I don't get into it, and I'm gonna leave it right like that. And that was probably some hurtful stuff. But people can go dark with other people, but when people go dark with them, then they lose it, and they go gutter. But people can go deeper, and then they lose it. So all I'm going to do is say I'm going to pray about it, and I'm going to stay out of it. So that's all I can say. That is all I'm going to say. Do y'all have any questions before I leave out? Queen Tulsa, hey, how you doing? I did see you here, the Queen Tulsa show, so I wanted to say hey to Queen Tulsa. I didn't want to be rude. And like I said, I wasn't planning to come on, but seemed like people are there on a press tour, and I when I heard that person confirm it, he's right. I did it. I don't have a team. I don't have offices in Milan, Paris, London, New York, Miami, Los Angeles. I don't have a team office. I don't have that. Hey, what's up, Sharika Chicago? How you doing, baby? You doing all right? Mm-mm-mm. But I want you all to let people know, though, if you have my image and if you have any visual of me up, I'm striking pages. So that's all I'm gonna say. This is my first and final warning. If things start getting snatched, I'm telling you right now, I didn't get Shakim to do it. Mm-mm. And when I do it, I have valid arguments with receipts. Okay. I ain't going in there with no lying stuff. Baby, I have the time stamps, all of that. Okay. Hey, Sharika, I'm doing well. Sharika, I'm doing real well. No, I'm telling people now because I've been really nice, but people try to take advantage of this stuff. And let me say this: if it were me, I would have been gone. Do you understand me? I would have been gone out of here. And I'm not trying to um, take out competition because that's not my goal. But you're not going to sit there and do all of that and do all of that. And oh my God, he carried on something terrible over there. And I was ashamed. I'm like, what caused you to do this? That you would come into somebody's church, or take somebody to church service and then have the sense of child just took the whole church service and just put it on from the beginning to the end. And I'm like, oh really? You don't see these other people here? And just talk. Oh, this is some child. I'm like, okay, all right, all right. So don't worry though. Don't worry. I am off tomorrow. I am off tomorrow. And baby, I'm gonna spend some time on the computer tomorrow. And yeah, yeah. So it's gonna be a lot of Jay Wilson. So I'm giving warning. I'm giving people warning. So if you care about your channel and you don't want to have to use your backup page, yeah. Yeah, Patricia, it was sad, but and I like QB, but I don't like you enough to have you jeopardize other people. I don't like you enough to sit there and let you insult not only me, but those people in their worship service. They weren't even thinking about you. It's not your worship service. And then here you are gonna make a profit off of it. The Joker was monetized. Oh no, 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 no. We weren't gonna do that. Well, Hypnotic, the touch. Let me say this: I'm not trying to be the big bad wolf. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. Again, if it were me, baby, they would have been flagging left and right. And trust me, there are people who have. And again, I've fought it because it didn't have any merit and it was not valid. And of course, if people do false flags, then their channel can be taken. But baby, this was not a false flag. I had every right to do exactly what I did. And, if you're mad, be mad at yourself because you did this. You thought you were being cute. You thought you was shaming me and making me feel some kind of way, which you can't, which you can't. And this is what happened. And who's to say that the church didn't file one either? Yeah. People tired of folk playing these games. Nobody ain't got time for that. So tomorrow is gonna be interesting. That's the thing. You know, Sharika, I have not mentioned QB. I'm like, okay. I didn't even know he was still doing what's that thing? He got the list or whatever. I didn't even know he was doing yeah. Um I'm like, I didn't, and so I'm like, what is this about? Well, why are you coming at the folk? And I understand that people want content and need content, but I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, this is really crazy. And it seems like people are coming out of the woodwork. I'm like, wait a minute, I haven't mentioned you in umpteen years from Sunday. And here you come, child. Anyway, well, this is the thing, babe. Hypnotic touch. I don't have a problem with that because I think you told me you were going to do that. And I had a old nasty piece of kiki from that. And that didn't bother me. I mean, to be honest, but again, that was me in lyric, but that was not a church. That was not people who don't know these people or people who are clueless that this was going on. And you think that you had a right to go and do that, you know. Mm. So no, I'm not looking at those things. And I'm gonna make the decision of what I'm gonna strike or not. Your stuff was not in a spirit of mess. I mean, it was messy, don't get me wrong, but it was not in a spirit of a vitriolic, nasty, just just horrible type of situation. So no. And I don't know if people didn't think I knew how to strike pages. Just because I don't do it, that doesn't mean I don't know how. So, oh Lord. And then I was looking at the comments and I'm like, y'all look at these people. I'm like, these people just, and like I said, you don't have to like me because you ain't saved me. And that's my whole thing. And I'm really not moved by that. I'm really not. I know people want me to be. I'm not. Let me tell you something. Y'all, yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Like I said, it's all good, y'all. But I did. I gave people time, and I'm giving people time because I'm going to sleep, take a little breakfast and coffee. So you at least have until 8 o'clock, maybe 7. And that's what I'm going to do. But they don't like the flagging, but they do things to get flagged. You just don't do stuff like that. Focus on you. I mean, I know you know that, and I'm not blaming you, but they don't like it. But my thing is, it ain't no secret, and I'm just telling you, I'm going to go in, and if I see foolishness and stuff, yeah, it's gone. Yeah, I mean, like I said, even when people were, I don't even use people's stuff if they even give me permission. That's how I am. Y'all, what is FAFO? Oh, come on, help me, Lawless. I have seen that acronym FAFO. What is that? I guess you're just supposed to take it and move on. Yeah, I moved on. But yeah, when they were called, let me tell you. Oh, oh, okay. Okay. Um, I'm not that person. It ain't no bravado like that. But let me say this: when they were calling that donut shop, I'm like, don't be calling that man job. Don't try to get that man fired. Don't try to do that. When they were trying to get him fired, and then people were calling his job, I'm like, don't call that man job because sick people try to take food out of folks' mouth. You know what I'm saying? And when they were doing that, I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. You don't do that kind of stuff because that man got to eat, and then people at that job don't have nothing to do. And again, people are trying to do business there, and people are in the way of folk business and all of that stuff. And but yeah, they call this job, and I didn't think that was funny, and I didn't think that was right. But what people don't realize is that you know, people try to do crazy stuff, and yeah, you got to be careful. So yeah, I'm not coming over here gloating. I'm not coming over here bragging. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying, don't do things that are going to break community guidelines that are against YouTube rules, and that could be pretty much against the law. I don't go in doing no frivolous mess and lying to get nobody page taken. I don't do that. But what QB did, it was downright. I'm like, you don't have no respect for people's house of worship. You don't have you don't have respect for that. Oh, look at I'm hypocritical and all. Baby, I don't care if you think I'm hypocritical because I do my show. I do a show. But even if you think I'm hypocritical, and even if you think I'm the most nastiest, vile, hypocritical person in the world, you still have no right to invade folks' privacy. It was wrong. And I didn't do, let me say this, I did not do that, beautiful alien, because they told me to do it. Beautiful alien, if I'm not mistaken, I was saying this way before Spill It Boy came on. I was like, I'm gonna have to pray about it. But yeah, because what I'm telling you all is I didn't listen to all of Spill It Boy. I left because I had to move on. I didn't see Pizarro and what happened. But I did tell a few people that um, when I got the email back that it was struck, and it was way before he came on. So he just probably looked at his page, but it was struck long time ago. And and like I said, I'm not apologetic about it. It was done intentionally because what that person did was intentional, but it was intentionally wrong. It was not out of a good spirit. It was not out of a good heart. And my thing is, if you're coming after me, come after me, but leave other folk alone. leave people out of it. Stop going into people's place of worship, their place of employment. You don't do that kind of stuff. So and everybody gonna say, well, spill it, but no, because you just get tired of being tired, and then you do what you got to do. Mm. Well, we don't make money off our church services. Well, I'm gonna let you sit there and make money off our church services, and then all you're doing is sitting up there and ridiculing and being a critic. Child, ain't nobody got time for that. Those people don't deserve that. And when they were calling your job, you didn't deserve that either. You didn't deserve anything those people did for you and to you. I sat back and I'm like, that is terrible. You don't call folk jobs. You don't. But there are people who do, and we know who they are. You know who they are. Mm-hmm. Oh Lord. Yeah. It's beyond weird. It's problematic. So, yeah. Y'all, what else has happened? Like I said, I went on the spaceship for a little bit, but I typed in her back chat and left. So I went on the spaceship. I heard a little bit. I think Dovey was up there. And I didn't really go up to speak. I know Spillet Boy, aka Treasure Lane, was on. I heard a little from him, but I left, so I didn't get to hear the whole um, show, the whole live. And those are the only people that I really did get to hear. I don't know if anybody else came on. Um, Now I was told about what Sir King said to Kimmy, and so I don't advocate that kind of stuff. But child, people be doing some crazy stuff, and they be saying some crazy things. And it's okay for people to say crazy things about other folk, but when somebody get crazy with them, then they want the whole world to stop. And I'm gonna leave that there too. Let me say this: if I would have listened to Mother, I would have filed a police report, and somebody would have been knocking on somebody's door. If I would have did what Mother said. Hmm. Well, I don't know who messed with who first, but I'm gonna tell you what. I, I tell you, people do a lot of stuff, and they come on, and then the next thing you know, they crying victim. They crying all of this stuff, and let me tell you something. I'm not a victim. I'm a victor. That's what I am. I'm a victor. I'm not a victim. But leave people alone, move on, and people ain't been here for months, and then they want to climb on the back of the folk who've been working consistently, and here they come. So that's why I was, I said I'm gonna give her a little light. I'm really not gonna give her what she could deserve and should deserve and should get. I said I'm gonna give some light, and I'm gonna move on because I know people are trying to get back in for whatever reason. Hmm. And and the same thing with QB, but he went about it the wrong way. Maybe she will stop messing with Sir King. No, she's not, because she's one of those people who is so vindictive that she can't let stuff go. Unlike other content creators who explode right then and there, she'll wait. She'll wait and she'll wait and she'll wait and she'll wait and she'll befriend you. She'll pretend like she's cool with you. Yeah. And then the next thing you know, she'll try to set you up. Because, honey, she's a stunt queen. She's a setup queen. That's what I was telling Joyce. I said, Joyce, that lady don't like you. I said, she's setting you up, girl. She's setting you up for sure. So, what's going on? So, King, you're on. What's going on? Hold on for a minute. Give me a minute. Let me see if it's me. Sir King, what's going on? Sir King, come back up. For some reason, something is going on with your audio. So come on back up. So I guess that was Sir King, but I couldn't hear him. So it was authenticated as him. But yeah, okay, let me put my banner up.
You hear me now?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, good evening. I just want to say this because I see where people are trying to take this situation. And let me explain to what happened. I guess about a month ago, I don't know if it was a troll page. People tell me it was a troll page regarding Just Kimmy. Just Kimmy had popped in my chat. Then she came to the backstage and she left a message saying that she was pregnant. Now, mind you, I don't care about whether somebody could get pregnant or not. I didn't commit that to memory at that time. Um, so then when she returned to the chat, I said, well, can I share the good news with the people in my broadcast? And she said no. And for that whole month, I didn't share it with nobody. So
Mm.
she went live before like a month ago or a few weeks ago. I was going to ask her then what was the update. But that wasn't a good time because she was in some battle with somebody. So I popped on her live again and asked her today, but I asked her clandestinely in the background. And all I typed was, well, what's the update? Any good news or anything? And I just put in the back chat, baby. That's it. And she thought I was shading her to her face. I honestly did not remember that, she couldn't have children. And she thought that, oh, I should have committed that to memory. So that's where that whole situation comes from. So it
Yeah, Sir
wasn't
King,
being.
let me stop you for a minute. Doesn't this sound eerily familiar? Jay Wilson, you're the only one who I told that was going to get married. And then all of a sudden, I doxed her wedding, which I'm like, I don't even know when you got married. I want you to hear this. I want you to hear this pattern. Then the reason why it came out is because she told people in her membership only. Well, some of her people in membership only came to me and told me. I didn't say anything because she didn't tell me. And I said, well, it seemed like people over here telling me that you want me to share the news. And then she said it was okay. But then she said that I'm telling people and I doxed her. So, Sir King, this situation with this baby situation, it sounds eerily familiar. And it seems like she's trying to set you up as well.
It does have a lot of similarities, and I never told
Because
nobody.
you don't remember because it's so long and it's like, okay, did she? But this is what she does. This is what she does. And I thought it was me, but now that you're telling this story, I'm like, okay, like she was supposed to be in law school. Okay, go ahead, Sir King. And I only stop you because this story sounds eerily familiar.
Yeah, and it's just weird because how people put you to a test to see if you can hold information. So I said I'm not going to tell nobody because it may be a test. And then now all of this is being turned on me, and I'm being made a villain. And I'm like, what? So it does have a lot of
Oh, no, that's
similarities.
what she does because she tried to put on me that I told people about her wedding. I don't even know how her invitation looked. And I'm like, did I get, because I went and I was looking for the email. And then I'm like, did I even get a bridal registry so I could send her again? Because I would have sent her again. And I remember her telling me, but I didn't get the invitation. I got an invitation verbally. but I don't think I got an invitation electronically.
Mm.
And then when she started showing rings, this is when Bree popped her, because Bree was like, "These fingers are different, and these rings are different," and it was just so much going on. But she does that, and this is why I don't pay her any mind, because I think she's really mental. I think she reminds me of that Lynn Whitfield, thin line between love and hate with Martin, and she started beating herself up with Nichols and and was blaming him. This is what I'm getting from her. She's giving me thin line between love and hate, Lynn Whitfield.
Yeah, yeah. And the reason why I think it's her because a troll would have been like, "Yeah, share the news so that the backlash could be immediate. Why tell me not to share it?" Like that's why I feel it really was her. So
Sir King, and so how it sounded. Let me tell you how people were telling me. How people were telling me is like, you knew that she couldn't have a baby, and you just said that to shade her, but yet you're telling me that she told you she was expecting, and not to tell nobody, and then you're asking her, but now you're looking like the guilty party, and that sounds like something she would do.
yeah, mm, I
I mean,
haven't.
I'm being real, and it's not because. And can I say this, you all? I have not spoken about Kimmy. Her, I don't know how her husband is, and because I wouldn't giving her I wouldn't giving her the time of day like that. I really I wasn't. Now let me say this. I don't really talk about Sir King that much. So it's almost like all of a sudden now we pop up and this happened. And it's like, well, what is this? Where is this coming from? So, maybe her husband is giving her time now so she can give on YouTube. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like she's attacking me. She's coming for Sir King, and it just seems like she's just doing everything she can to get in. I don't know if folk need some coin. I don't know what it is, but it's just really interesting.
And then I need to address somebody else. I know you and this other person. I don't know what your relationship is. I guess y'all cordial, but Treasure Lane, he another one that's dangerous. If you mention the information that someone says doxed you, but you regurgitate it on your platform, and I hear it from your platform, from your mouth, that's not doxing. So why you sit up there telling people I doxed you, but you said the information that they found and you repeated it and I learned it from you? That's crazy.
Well, you're gonna have to take that up with him. And
No,
like I said, let me say this: I'm not saying that you can't say what you said, but the views of your views are not mine. So I'm not a man in it. But if that's how you feel,
no,
I
okay, Jay.
understand you can't say it.
Jay Wilson, if they said, "Oh, he's driving a Lincoln," and then you say, "Damn right, I drive a Lincoln," and then I repeat that, "Oh, Jay Wilson drive a stinking Lincoln," then that's not doxing because you repeated that you drove a Lincoln, right?
Well, let me say this, Sir King: when you fighting people and when y'all battling, you know how it is. You know this beef factor. Now, let me say
I
this.
know.
I just had to strike somebody's page because they
Oh, I
thought
know.
it was cute to do what they did. I don't think that's cute. You don't do that. Like, I didn't think it was cute when they called your donut job at the donut palace or wherever you work at. I didn't think that was cute.
He's talking about QB. I don't work at a donut palace.
No. I'm talking. Yeah, they know who I'm talking about. And
Okay.
so I came. I wasn't even planning to come on today, but I came on today because I want them to know that I didn't have no flag team. Shakim didn't do nothing, but I told him I was going to do it, and I'm giving people fair warning. If you got my stuff, and if it's in a manner that it is vitriolic, and that I'm striking your page. And I've been nice enough. I have been on since 2014 or something, and I've allowed people to do XYZ, but no more. No more. I don't do that stuff no more. So if you don't use my stuff and you know you guilty and your stuff ain't right, get it right. Cause I'm gonna be combing through. I'm off tomorrow and I'm gonna make it a point to go through and I'm gonna type in Pastor J Wilson, Jay Weasel, whatever it is. whatever it is, and Grinder, all of it. If I see my stuff, I'm a flag it. Sure enough. So anyway, I'm just giving y'all fair warning. So tell your people, because now, like what you said, hypnotic touch, when you did the lyric slap Jay Wilson challenge, baby, I had a kiki off of that. That was funny. I'm not going to strike that, but people know what strikeable offenses are. And I'm just being real right now because I've been too nice to folk and I'm not being nice anymore. I'm tired of it. Go ahead, Sir King. Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it. So I hope you have a great night and keep
Thank
on
you.
the
I appreciate that. But I'm glad you came up and said that because I see a pattern, Sir King. I see a pattern with this, telling one person and da 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 da. And I see a pattern with this, and I don't think that is you. And see, the thing is, I'm glad you came up and specified that because how it sound, because I didn't see the video, but how the person made it sound is like you came up there and spilled Kimmy tea and was nasty with her and people was like, wow. Now I heard that she started with you first. And a lot of people said that you weren't bothering her, but she came to bother you. Now, is that correct?
That's correct. I wasn't bothering her at all. And I don't mind being the brunt of the joke, but it started really as an innocent question. If you watch that portion of it, I was really not trying to convey or reveal what I was asking. And then she started, coming at me and saying that, oh, you're in the infancy of your gay career. And I'm like, what? Like, what's all this about? So no. And then James thought, oh, that I was trying to come at Kimmy because, I was trying to get back. It was just it took a whole unnecessary turn. So no, I'm not gonna let that narrative be used on me that I was trying to play Kimmy because she can't get pregnant. That was not my intent. And also, we've had medical advances where people can now get pregnant. So it's that was not what I was
But
trying
what
to do.
she but she told you, and you don't think that it's a troll page, but but it could be. But again, I don't know though, Sir King, because
No, I
she
don't think
she
it was
reached
a
she
troll
reached
page.
out to me and she called me. She reached out to me and she called me and told me about this wedding and don't tell nobody. And then the next thing she tell her members only. They come over and then she wants to blame me for telling people. And I doxed her wedding. I'm like, girl, I couldn't even tell you what the colors of your wedding was, much less where you had the wedding.
And trolls don't move that way. Like you will want me to immediately get embarrassed and announce it, and then they'll run and tell Kenny, "Oh, Sir Keith saying you know what I mean? No troll will tell you to hold it and then let it go. That's not the way trolls move. So I definitely feel it was her. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't doubt it, man, because she's done this before and give people a little information and I guess to see what you're gonna do with it. And like I said, I held it. I didn't say anything. And then the next thing she tells her members only, then they come over and they're telling me, I'm like, well, how did y'all know this? Did she tell y'all this? Yeah, she told us in the members only. So I didn't even say anything. And I hit her up on a text message. And the thing is, I got the text message, which is really interesting because I wound up showing that text message. And and she was like this, and then but with somebody else, she said something else. I'm like, oh, I see what this is. You playing games. You playing games. You are playing games. You're trying to pit people. I see what game you playing. And then I thought it was over. No, it wasn't over. Now I doxed her. I'm the only one who knew she was getting married, but yet she told the people and members only. Oh, I'm telling you, it's a mess, Sir King. So I'm just telling you that from my experience with her, that's what she tries to do.
Well, the sad part about it is I like Kimmy. I like her entertainment value. So I don't know what this is all about, but I feel like sometimes people got to be a sacrificial lamb to a person that's really trying to really get the endorsement or attention for or attention
Mhm.
from. And I feel like if I gotta be put on the what do they call it, the barbecue pit for this, fine, but don't take it too far now. Okay? But yeah, she took it too far today. So I
Okay.
definitely see where you're coming from now with that wedding invitation. I never thought I would
Mhm.
be there your perspective, but after today, I could definitely see.
And let me say this: I don't have to like it. I don't have to get along. I mean, me and Sir King ain't getting no collaboration. We ain't getting ready to sell no T-shirts or no prayer cloth. So I mean, I'm just being real. But if you see something, say something. And this pattern seems to be the MO of Kimmy. And this ain't coming after Kimmy. Y'all seen it in real time. And now I'm hearing Sir King's account, and I'm like, that sounds eerily familiar. This sounds like something she does. So I'm with you on that though. And y'all heard it today.
But why? It seems extreme. It just seems extreme.
Maybe she's just trying to get back and she's trying to make her big one, and she's trying to say that you're same gender loving, that you know like that, and I guess she's trying to tie you in with Lemon and all of this stuff, and because you know how it is, and I'm not saying anything about Lemon, but I'm looking at what she's saying and what she's trying to do. Even yeah, and then so she's going that route, and I'm like, okay, but you know, it is what it is.
But when you talk about, Jay, when you talk about women and the ability to have children, not have children, because women take that on a totally different way, because the majority over here is 90% women. So I felt like, yo, you trying to really mess me up by talking about something that's really, near and dear to the female audience over here. That's why I didn't like that.
And that's what she wants. That's what she wants. Because again, the wedding thing, I'm doxing her. I'm doxing her wedding. I'm the only one who she told this, even though she told her members only. But again, now this is it. And then I had to get my text messages to, verify that I didn't say anything. Nothing. And I verified. I'm like, are you telling your people? And then she was saying this and this, but then she was telling other people that I'm spilling her tea and I'm telling everybody about the wedding. I'm like, no, you just told your members only. And even when the members only told me about what was going on, I played it off like I didn't know because I wasn't sure if you told it or not. And I emailed you, not text messaged you rather, to make sure. And yeah, you gave me one answer, but then you gave some people another answer, which told me that you were trying to set somebody up. So did you ever get an apology behind that, Jay? No, and I don't expect one. And then just like the MU thing with the money. See, again, sometimes y'all, we be looking at folk because we think that these people got it together and they ain't gonna lie and stuff, and these people be lying, and they bank on you looking at their articulation and all of this stuff. But yeah, people be having mug shots. And this is how people be getting over on people and scamming people and stuff because they seem like, oh my God, but I'm just saying because I never expected to be set up like that. And then she befriended Joyce, and then the next thing you know, she throwing Joyce under the bus. See, these people ain't right. These people ain't right. So I want y'all to look at this kind of stuff. And it's just not me coming at Kimmy because I'm like Sir King. I think Kimmy is very talented, but some ain't right somewhere. Some ain't all. That elevator ain't going away all the way up to the top.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
This top is yeah.
Beautiful alien. I don't know who you are, but thank you for being fair. If not a touch. I'm not going to talk about the strike with Jay Wilson because I gave my fair assessment of it, and I know he gonna agree with half of what I gotta say and disagree with the rest. So.
Well, like I said, it's not important to you until it happens to you, and nobody went to Sir King's church or took something off of the page and did XYZ with people who don't have nothing to do with him. And obviously, whether Sir King agree or not, YouTube community pages and the community guideline agree, and that's what really counts at this point. And I ain't mad at Sir King if he disagrees because everybody has content.
I agree that that's not right. And I actually put a community post that said that y'all need to respect the sanctity of the church and God. keep it on Jay Wilson, but don't sit up here trying to disrespect God because God has a way of showing his wrath. So don't let Jay Wilson get you caught up in jail in God's wrath. That's what I said. I don't believe in
Well,
people.
first of all, me and God's relationship is between me and God because it's personal and it has nothing to do with nobody. And at the end of the day, like I said, when Wanda Sykes and Bruce and them people do their show and Ricky Smiley do their show, they go home. And see, y'all be taking this stuff as serious and all of that. I don't, but you all do. So
But
again,
Jay, but
it
Jay
is what
Wilson,
it is.
but Jay Wilson, I'm a harsh critic of you because what Bruce, and Ricky Smiley don't do is they don't critique on the real life situations of people going through hard times that you do.
Well, first of all, you don't put your stuff on YouTube and in the B sector. So, like I said, I don't go looking for people's hard times. I don't go looking for people's stuff. People put their stuff on, and of course, it's fair game in YouTube, and any and everything is fair game, and we know this. So, my thing is, we know how it works. We know how the apparatus works. That's why I tell people, and you've heard it from me many times, Sir King. Don't put it on YouTube. If you don't want it to be talked about, don't put it on YouTube. And that's it. And that goes for me. It goes for you. It goes for people who think they can talk about everybody else and nobody can talk about them. It goes for everybody. So my thing is, don't put it on. So it's one thing to go and searching for stuff and doing this and the third, but it's another thing when you just put it on and that. Some people got mad at the Tommy Castro thing. I didn't tell Tommy Castro to put their love life on YouTube. I didn't force them to come click my link, just like I didn't come to force you to click the link today. But see, so I understand what you're saying, but that don't have nothing to do with my relationship with God because it's personal. Now, I may not care for you, but your relationship with God don't have nothing to do with me because I didn't save you and I didn't sanctify you and I didn't take nails in my hands for you. So first of all, that's your relationship with God. Now I may not like how you move, but I ain't gonna ever question anybody's salvation in a relationship with God because that's personal. And you weren't there when they said what they had to say to have Jesus or whoever come into their life. So I think we step over our bounds when we do that because we may not like the person, but I'm reminded the wheat and the tares are going to go together and God will do the separating because we'll mess something up thinking that we know what we're doing. And that's why I don't question your salvation. I don't even question Tracy's salvation. I don't because it's not really up for me. I may question some things they do, but their salvation never. I don't do that. So anyway, I just wanted to end up with that because again, you may not have to like me, but what I do off of YouTube is totally different. And my thing is that's when I look at people and I'm like, y'all too vested in stuff. Keep your stuff off of YouTube. Keep your mama off of YouTube. Keep everything. I learned those lessons at the beginning. And so sometimes people got to learn, but you keep your stuff off of YouTube. One thing if people go find some stuff and go looking for stuff and bring it because you ain't had nothing to do with that. And I think that's despicable too. But it's another thing. It's another thing when they bring it up and they don't want nobody to talk about it. So that's my thoughts on that.
Okay,
All
I'm gonna
right.
let you go. But thank
All
you for
right.
letting me know. Take
Not a
care, bro.
problem.
Bye.
All right. All right. So um Tracy can come to anybody's church. Our church is for all people. And as long as she comes to church with the mind of worship, and that's it, she's more than welcome. But as soon as she gets off of worship and gets into her flesh and do something crazy, then that's what's going to happen. So Tracy is more than welcome to come to the sanctuary. The sanctuary is for all people, but just come with the right spirit. And that's all I got to say about that. So let her come. I mean, what am I going to do? Am I going to run? I mean, it's little that you can do. The people already know who y'all are. I mean, they do. So, yeah. So her coming ain't going to change nothing. Easter still going to come. Like she went right on that cruise ship. Okay. So what am I supposed to be feeling because she's coming? You know? So those are my thoughts. So it is what it is. So I just don't want her to be sent to jail. She already had an incident in the church once, so I don't want to have her to have another one at that point. And you know what, Tracy? I want you to come on Easter. I'm going to tell the pastor and the trustee to have a seat for you, and we're going to have a seat reserved for you. So I'm going to tell her that a YouTuber is coming for Easter, and we want you to come. We're going to reserve a seat for you. So you come right on, and I'm going to let you sit with the trustees and the people over there. So you come right on. I'm going to let them know that you're coming. Okay? So I'm going to let the pastor know ahead of time. So she'll be ready for you, and we'll have a mug for you, and all of those things, have a pen for you, and you can even sign the visitor's card. Baby, I ain't look. Baby, let these people do what they want to. They're gonna find themselves in jail. I'm telling you, I have little tolerance for foolishness this season. Now I can't stop people from coming to worship because people have a right to worship. And if she needs something from the Lord, she has every right to come and worship. But boy, when you start doing stuff that is not worship and violates other things, then that's when we'll work on that. Don't worry about it. What's up, the hood table? How you doing? Let me say something. I'm not worried one bit. I ain't worried one bit. I'm going, like I said, I wasn't worried when I went to church today. And I'm not going to be worried at church on Easter. Hood table, that's what she telling the people, girl. She telling the people that she gonna come to the church. And honey, the church doors are open. The church doors are open. Govern yourselves accordingly. See, that's what people gonna get in trouble, because see, if they don't govern themselves accordingly, they may find themselves back at that 6-story jail on the west side of town. Mademoiselle, sometimes you want people to write some disparaging things so we can prove that these things and what these people have done, this is what has happened. That's all I'm gonna say. So Hood Table, I'm all right. It's a few people mad. So let me tell you what happened, Hood Table. We had one content creator, and they thought they were being cute by actually streaming the church service on the platform. And they were actually um, streaming the church services and giving sharp criticism and and critique. Well, I looked at it and I thought it was an inappropriate thing to do. I thought it violated YouTube guidelines. Some other content creators thought it was unlawful and that it deserved a police report. So I just had to make sure that that thing was down. And so I had to go to YouTube and do that. Oh, it could be a troll, but I don't know. Now, let me say this, you all. There has already come something up. I'm going to church on Easter, Pastor. So that's not a troll page. You know why I know it's not a troll page? Because I just read it and it just came up on my feed. So that's what Tracy said. That's not a troll page. So that's what she's saying. I'm just saying. So I know y'all trying to say it's the troll page, but it just popped up. It just popped up. So That's what she's doing. And I guess I'm supposed to be nervous. I'm gonna tell you this, Tracy. I really, really, um, the sad part about it is there are no friends on YouTube, but you try to look out for people. And Tracy has a major issue. And there's something wrong because, again, I had no issue with Tracy. But Tracy got a little touch in her spirit when we started talking about Rob Rack and Noble and some more failed instances of a relationship. Now, you put that on YouTube, okay? But now you're feeling some kind of way and you think you have the right for something you put on YouTube to get crazy with me. Now, all I'm saying to you is I like you, Tracy, but I will prosecute you to the fullest extent. Do you understand me? I will do that. I don't believe in no pulling up and fighting and all of this stuff. I will prosecute you to the fullest extent. I will. I will. Yep. So that's all I'm gonna say. And I ain't gonna say nothing else. I'm not gonna say anything else. But I will let them know that you're gonna be making an appearance for Easter. Wear your best dress. Now don't wear that stuff that you wore on the cruise ship. Make sure you come accordingly. Okay? Baby, these people doing a lot. But I'm gonna tell you, I know what I'm gonna do this season. And baby, it's gonna be a season of strikes. It's gonna be a season of police reports. And I know people like RJ, you do no. We need to learn that, there are certain guidelines and boundaries that we need to have in the B sector. This is not the black sector. This ain't the Mo3 sector. This is the B sector. And we don't do this foolishness. And it seems like people want to change this to that kind of thing. And now you can do that to other people in the beef sector because maybe they like that. But we don't do that over here. At least not at my place. No, we ain't gonna do that. So I'm giving people fair warning. And if you do it, you're telling me that you want to go to jail. And I ain't mad at you. And I ain't wincing once. I ain't stuttering. I meant what I said. Like I meant what I said today. I think people thought I was kidding. Because I've always said I'm a strike and I ain't never do it. But today is a new day. And see, that's the whole thing. So do what you need to do. I can't stop you. Troller, I rode by Teresa's house on a public road. But Teresa don't live in the whole apartment. So you mean she own all the units? Did we walk on her property? I'm just wondering. And again, Teresa could file a police report. Yes, I'm gonna file a report because the place that I used to live at, somebody came over there. And the place that I used to live at, and they were on a public road, and they're gonna ask, well, did they come on the property? Did they knock on your door? No. They just drove by and said that that's where I lived, and they was laughing. Okay, if y'all want to go with that, go right ahead with it. So anyway, those are my thoughts, y'all. I'm not arguing with people. I ain't arguing with nobody in here. I don't even know apartment number, baby. I couldn't even tell you where that lady lived. I'm a grown man. I'm a grown man, baby. You think I can go to jail because of that? Hmm. Baby, that's supposed to hurt me. Okay. Ooh, we look at troller. Okay, baby. It's all good. I meant what I said, though. I meant what I said. You can say what you want. I ain't moved. I ain't moved not one bit. Look at this. Well, it's really none of your business if he's happy or not, because first of all, I don't date you and he doesn't date you. So it's none of your damn business. So we don't sleep with you. And last time I checked, I was in a relationship with that person and not you. Yeah. So, yeah. Ooh, y'all something else. Y'all so angry. Y'all so angry. Y'all so angry. Whatever, troller. Baby, I'm good. I ain't gonna block him because I'm doing my show. I'm doing my show. I sure am. Ah, yeah. And you sitting here watching me. Mm-hmm. Fake preaching for fake people who sitting here watching me. Come on, troller. Do better. Do better. My God, y'all so weak. Do better. Baby, I like these haters because y'all know hater money spend just like love money. Child, they coming over here for my attention. Because they want my attention. They like Jay Wilson's attention. That's why they over here. Now I give them a little attention. Y'all know I gotta give them a little attention. You know I do. Mm-hmm. But my man like it. Mm-hmm. All the pounds, boo. He likes it. Again, because I'm not dating you. I'm not dating you. And yeah, I don't need your validation. Especially from a troll who don't show themselves. I think it's funny. Show yourself, troll. Mm-hmm. What's up, Vivian? Vivian, the trolls are mad today, baby. Look at the troll. Okay, troll. Come on, troll. While I eat some of this cabbage. Mm-mm. Baby, they mad. They mad. And I'm gonna let them stay mad. All right. Troller is getting desperate, honey. I'm tired of that now. Let's move on. I gave them enough attention. That's all they want is, they want a little attention. So you got to give them a little attention. So I done gave them enough attention. Anything else, y'all? Anything else before I move on? No, mademoiselle, I ain't trying to be no badass. Just respect people, their privacy, and their space. That's all I ask for you to do. And that's it. And this what's really funny with this troller. What should be happening is, they should be mad at the person who taped it. That's what they should be mad at. Hmm. Okay, trolling. Yeah, boo. Whatever you say. Come on, do a little bit better. These reads, he was supposed to been gone 3 years ago. He's still here. He's still here. hmm Come on, do a little bit better, boo. Okay, trolling. Whatever. Come on, baby, do better. I'm getting tired of trolling. Troller, come on. Do better. And you get ready to get blocked in a few minutes because you weak. This is some weak stuff. Child. Troller, you getting weak, baby. I need something better. Baby, I'm just, I guess I'm supposed to be mad and screaming, child. Mm-hmm. Mm. But I'm still here though. But I'm still here. Okay, troller, do better. That's not, that ain't doing nothing for me, boo. You seem like you just reaching. Come on now, do better. You're reaching, boo. Oh, Lord. Okay, trailer. Or troller, whatever. Is that it? That it, boo? That's all you got, boo? I'm supposed to be scared now or something. I'm just saying. I know. Child Vivian, these people are hilarious. I guess I'm supposed to be hollering and mad and whatever, child. Troller is just trying to throw what he can throw to see what sticks, baby. Well, I've come up to do what I said I was going to do, and I'm getting ready to lay it down, baby. I'm getting ready to go to sleep. I got a big day ahead of me tomorrow. I got to check on images and stuff that's out there. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. And yeah, you got me mad. Okay. Ooh, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm angry. I'm so mad. Okay, that's what you wanted. Honey, Tim Blaine can't wear no ass out. I know you trolling now. You said Tim Blaine wear that ass out. Child, please. Tim ain't wore no ass out till 1976, boo. So I know you lying. Moving right along. Ah, my God. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, baby. Okay, it's fixed. Mm-hmm. That all you got? Bring some more, honey. Oh, it's just desperate attempts. Okay, trailer. Excuse me, troller. Mm. Y'all see these desperate attempts? I'm just sitting here looking. I think it's hilarious to me. I guess I'm supposed to be scared, shaking in my boots and all of this stuff, and I'm not. I'm chilling. I'm like, okay, okay, you getting real desperate now. Okay, it's time to put you out. Well, look, y'all, I'm heading off. I'll see y'all in the morning. Be blessed. It was good to see Vivian. Sir King came up. Thank you, Sir King. He gave his opinion on what has happened, and so yeah. Well, I don't really care who it is, y'all. Y'all know I don't care about that stuff in these people. I don't. I don't. So it is what it is. Y'all be blessed. Have a good night. Bye.